In general, how do you treat non-conference scheduling, and what do you hope to accomplish before you get into league play?
Well, one of the things that we're trying to do, and we're kind of on our way, starting with the 2020 season, we want to try and go somewhere that's going to be difficult, a regional type atmosphere. And so thinking behind that is that you play a regional on the front end of your season, kind of get a barometer where you are. The rest of the season, whether it's non-conference or not, you kind of understand where you need to be and kind of, the places that we want to kind of continue to experiences in postseason. And, like I've said all along, our next step is for us to win a regional. So we're kind of opening up in a regional type setting. The non-conference scheduling is challenging for sure, but that's by design, and I really feel like our program has gotten to the point where, we're going to go out and play just about anybody. It doesn't matter if it's here on the Mesa or on the road. But we do want to have one difficult road trip each season. In 2020, we went to Coastal Carolina and to Oklahoma. We're going to continue to do that by design to continue to hopefully advance our program and eventually be a, year in, year out top 25 program.
What type of opportunity is it for your program to play on national television to open the season?
Well, when, when that opportunity came up, I did not know that was one of the deals that we're going to get to do is get on national TV, MLB Network. And when I was talking to Bill Bavasi, actually at the time I was talking with him, he kind of handed the baton over to Chuck Fox, who's running the tournament now. About the third conversation, he says, we're probably going to have at least one of your games on MLB Network. And I'm like, I'm in. So what does it mean? Absolutely. It's a win for our baseball program. It's an opportunity to get our brand out there. And it's really kind of kicking off the college baseball season, on a national deal on a big time network. And so, I guess with the lockout, hopefully a lot of eyeballs will be on, it's baseball. So hopefully a lot of people, eyeballs will be on that game and watching us play. So it's a great opportunity for our baseball program and our university to kind of get our school out there for sure.
And then one more for you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there wasn't a league tournament a year ago, a Mountain West tournament, but there will be again in 2022. It'll be at Tony Gwynn Stadium. What type of opportunity is that for you guys to host that event?
Well, I've said all along, and I think one thing that we do great at San Diego State is that we host tournaments. We host the basketball championships, we've hosted track, all of them. And I think we do a great job there. And really for us, personally, baseball wise is, you have to host tournaments, you got to win tournaments, you host the regional. And that's kind of what we're preparing for down the road in the future is that we want to be in position to host the regional. And this is a great opportunity, a 4-team format that's a regional type setting. And so it gives us kind of a landscape if we do get that opportunity in the future that we kind of have done it before and we've done it over a period of time. So it's kind of clean and we know how to handle it. And I know our school does a great job doing that. So that's why we're going to continue to bid for that tournament and hopefully have it on the Mesa as many times as possible, because I think it's going to translate to hosting a regional at some point. We got to win. We got to be a top 16 program to host a regional. But again, that's the plan.
All right. Great, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Looking for other questions for Coach? And we'll go to Austin.
Hey, Coach, only one question for me. Regarding Caden Miller, do you see him starting at short or second base to start the season?
Caden's done a great job transitioning from second to short. So he's going to be our shortstop to open up the season. I think he's going to pretty much anchor that. He's been a guy that's played pretty much every game since he's landed here at San Diego State. He's a veteran type guy, even though it says sophomore next to his name. He's a COVID sophomore or whatever it might be. But he's done a really great job transitioning. He got to do that last summer also. When he went out to the Coastal Plains League and played shortstop. And so when he came here this fall, we just plugged him in there and he's done a phenomenal job for us.
That's it for me. Thanks, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Go back to John.
I got another one for you, Coach, while we have you. Does it finally feel a little bit more normal for your program? I mean, 2020 was crazy. Obviously, you stopped right when you started, and then 2021 I think was abnormal as well. Does this feel more like the way it used to be?
Absolutely. Playing doubleheaders is not fun.
Yeah.
And the people in our department would definitely say they don't like doing that either. It's a long day. And you can kind of look at the games that we faltered in last year. We're kind of the back end of those doubleheaders. We just did a poor job managing that. That's a coaching problem, but it's nice to kind of play a 3-game series. You got a chance to kind of catch your breath, after a Friday night, whether it's a victory, a close loss, whatever, you can kind of regroup and get after it on Saturday to try and win a series. So, and then the other part of it was we didn't play any midweek games last year. And so, again, trying to repair some of those things that you might have faltered on in the weekend. It's best to do that in those midweek games, and kind of mix and match your lineup, get some younger guys some opportunities to get some at-bats or innings on the mound. We didn't have that opportunity last year. It was packing 3 games in 2 days, and it was, we did okay. We won 30 games, but at the same time, we weren't prepared to do that very well, and that's really my fault. We did a poor job managing those doubleheaders, so it's nice to see no DHs next to our games this year. So we'll see how it works. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the season. Absolutely.
And then if I still have you, I just lost you on my screen. Oh yeah. What newcomers can we expect to see kind of immediately? Because like you said, you've had a lot of changes. Who are some of these newcomers we can expect to see right away?
Well, at second base, just kind of pigtailing off of Caden Miller. Second base, we have a young man. He transferred from USC. His name's Alex Rodriguez, and he is wearing number 13. But he's a dynamic infielder. He's a great addition to our program. So you got to be strong in the middle, right? And at catcher, Pancho Ruiz, who was a freshman for us last year, did some DHing, caught a little bit. But he's a guy that's kind of plugging in as an everyday guy. In center field, when Cole Carrick might be catching, might be playing infield, third base, whatever it might be, we have a freshman young man. His name's Irvin Weems from Las Vegas. Very dynamic player. We're really excited about those guys for sure. And really under the pitching staff, we have some guys that didn't pitch a whole lot for us last year or back or did not pitch at all. One guy that's kind of really stepped up for us that was he's a redshirt freshman, is Jaden Berkovich. He's going to be a guy that's going to be the back end of our bullpen, along with Robert Brodell, who's a transfer from Imperial. Those 2 guys are, we've kind of built our pitching staff from the back forward, and those 2 guys are kind of the back end of it. And along with Joey Ingrassia, they got a few innings last year for us. So those are kind of new faces that are going to kind of step to it. And then our Friday night guy is going to be a new face for sure to start the season is TJ Fontaine. He was a hitter for us last year, but he's going to continue to do hitting, but he's going to be a dual player. He's going to pitch for us on Friday night, starting the season. And then we'll see how Troy Melton kind of hopefully gets healthier as we move through the spring, and we can plug him in at some point down the road. But looking forward to it. We have some nice young kids that are going to be playing, some nice players.
And then finally, I do have one more. What about the changes on your coaching staff? What has that process been like, and what are your expectations for the staff as you get started this year?
Well, in a span of 2 weeks during the summer, I got thunderbolted. Joe Oliveira, who did a great job for us on the recruiting trail and obviously coaching the hitters and helping us on that end, decided to kind of change his career path. And then 2 weeks right after that, Sam Perazo got plucked from our program, went over to Arizona State University. And so I was kind of tasked with finding some guys that can actually upgrade what we're doing. And Joe and Sam kind of, challenged me with that as, hey, you got to get better. And we kind of locked up on the 2 guys we got. Started with Sean Cole. You can look in his way. He's got a national championship under his belt. He ran USA Baseball. He's coached the Padres organization. And he just happened to be available, and we kind of won that bidding war. We got very lucky on that. And it's the same thing with Sergio Brown. He was interviewing for the head coaching job at Fullerton while I was searching for a coach, and really didn't start talking to Sergio until we found out he didn't get the job. And then we're just very, very fortunate that they both chose San Diego State, and I really believe it's an upgrade, not only on the field, but they also have a rich tradition of great recruiting and upgrading the program. So I'm really excited moving forward with those 2 guys. Absolutely.